Today we're making a black-eyed pea burger on a cornbread bun with a 5 green medley. Now to make our greens, our 5 green medley. So I cleaned and cut up all of these greens here. I have collards, I have mustards, I have broccoli, I have cauliflower greens, and I have Brussels sprout greens. So these vegetables grow with either greens protecting them or the green is the main thing that we normally eat. But with stuff like broccoli and cauliflower, you don't really notice that we eat those greens very often. So I'm super excited about incorporating those into this dish. They're nutritious, they are seasonal, they're just as good, delicious as collards and mustards if that's what you're used to eating. So this is gonna be super exciting for me to chop these up. It's actually the first time I've ever had cauliflower and Brussels sprout greens, and I'm really excited about those from Sustainable Vegetable Garden. I got onions for my base, that's kind of a classic. Garlic for my base, also a classic. I have some Tabasco hot sauce that I made using local Tabasco peppers and vinegar, and this is gonna be a key ingredient to get a delicious, amazing depth of flavor in these greens. With the spicy peppers as well as that vinegary taste, I know some of y'all really love vinegar in your greens. I personally really do. So I'm gonna incorporate that actually in the base. Sometimes the vinegar is added at the end is how I've seen it done, but I'm gonna cook my onions down with this so that it's just constantly developing flavor while it's cooking through. For seasoning, I got some basil, I got thyme for those herby flavors. I got more garlic powder because I love really garlicky greens. And I'm probably gonna think of some more stuff by the time I get it on the pot and get a taste, because that's what it's all about. So let's get to it. So I'll start with some red onion on medium-high heat and some olive oil. All right, now I'm gonna add some of this hot sauce. It just looks spicy. It's real loose because I added a lot of vinegar, which is just perfect for this. All right, we're ready for garlic. I did 8 cloves of garlic. And you might have seen this in my other videos, but garlic should really only be on the heat for about 30 seconds or less. Let's get these greens loaded up. Hopefully these all fit. Ooh, I'm gonna have a lot of greens this week. That's all I'm gonna be eating. I can't mix these greens yet because I have so many in the pot, but they'll cook down so it's fine. So just to make sure that bottom doesn't burn, I'm gonna add some homemade broth. And I'm gonna add some water. All right, so our greens cooked down. As you can see, they actually did end up fitting in the pot. For seasoning, we added garlic powder, basil, thyme, crushed red pepper, a little bit of onion powder, and salt and pepper. So we're just gonna continue to let these cook down. I'm gonna put this on a simmer, check it after 30 minutes, and we'll see how tender these are. Alright, so to make this black-eyed pea burger, I'll start with some creamy black-eyed peas, just 2 cups. So now I'm gonna add a cup of Harvest Grain Mills brown rice that I cooked yesterday, a cup of Planet Forward rainbow carrots, so we got some yellow and orange carrots in there. They're super, they smell like mint whenever I cut them up. I have some of the carrot greens actually here, so this is the carrot tops, another green that we're gonna repurpose today, and that's gonna just add a little bit of balance of flavor with the sweet carrots. I have some garlic chives here. So what these are they almost look like chives, but they're flat, but they have a little bit of round bottom. They taste pretty oniony with a little bit of garlic flavor, so I really enjoy these during the season, and we'll use this instead of our onion, for our pungent flavor this week. Just a little bit of raw jalapeno pepper. And for seasoning, great for black-eyed peas is thyme. Garlic powder, of course, gotta get a little bit more garlic in there. A little bit of crushed red pepper. Again, I don't want it too spicy, but that might be spicy because all of that just came out in the burger, so we're just gonna go with it. I got some black pepper, and I got a little bit of unrefined salt, and now I'll just mix it up. 1 cup of rice flour, brown rice flour, Harvest Grain Mills. And I'll do some small patties this week to go with our cornbread and greens. Super green this week. All right, flipping the black-eyed pea burger for the first time. Boom, nice and pretty. To make our cornbread, we'll start with 1 cup of ground cornmeal. I have half a cup of all-purpose flour, along with half a teaspoon each of baking powder and salt. Now for the wet ingredients, I have some coconut buttermilk. So what I did was took 1/3 of a cup of coconut milk and I took half a lemon, squeezed it in there, let it sit for about 20 minutes. I'm going to add to that 1 flax egg, so that's equal parts flax meal and water. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar. So I would not always, when I make cornbread, would make it this sweet, but the rest of my dish is pretty spicy and savory. So I wanted to add that element on the bottom of on the bun. I have some vegetables, some sweet onion, some sweet corn, and some jalapeno, but I'm going to add that after I mix my wet and my dry ingredients. So here we go. I think my flax egg was a little too thick, so I'm just gonna loosen this batter up a little bit. I wanted it a little over loose. So when I add these vegetables, probably I'm not gonna do all of them. Put some more corn in there though. So when I add these, it's not super thick. Most cornbread recipes I see are that you start it in a skillet but you bake it. And my grandma just used to do it all on the stove, just flip it halfway through. So I'm going to fill this all the way up, making a thin pancake of cornbread. And yeah, hers just used to taste so buttery. I'm gonna cook this on medium-low heat, not bother it for a little bit, and then we'll come back to flip. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay. That is that golden brown that I was looking for on that side. Let's cook the other side just a little bit more. So what I wanted to do for my plating this time was kind of play with like a loaded plate, just like a sloppy plate, kind of just like that classic like holiday, I'm hungry and I want that goodness plate. So that's what I got right here. I got kind of just a free-formed cornbread patty with a nice free-form burger as well, with just a ton of greens on there. So I am very excited to eat this. These greens are delicious. The cornbread is super good too. It's a little sweet with those onion and jalapeno bites in there. And what I want to taste today for the burger is, you know, a more clean appetizer style. Cut out the cornbread in a circle, made the burger about the same size, and then just a little nice dab of greens on top. So let me go ahead and get a taste of this. All right, the cornbread, a little bit sweet, like I said, with that nice corn flavor, that nice little crunchy bite because I had it seared nice and hard on both sides. The greens are so spicy and delicious. Like, I put my foot in these greens. They taste really good. And then the black eyed pea burger, it holds its own, you know? It's a little herby. I can taste those garlic chives actually through there a little bit. And those creamy beans just tasted delicious by themselves. So just a touch salty flavor, and it's all balanced deliciously. So I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this. And thank you all for watching. Peace.